Hi team, good morning. We'll start this session at 8:05. Trainer is joining in 5 minutes. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me.
Morning, everyone. We'll just wait for a minute more and we'll get started.
Okay, Ritesh.
Morning. Okay, fair. So let me open the Power BI as well. Like before we continue with the Power BI discussion, like what we were discussing, just a quick brush up of what we have seen yesterday. We have explored the importance of percentage bifurcation of information, like how the percentage information can be bifurcated, right? So if it's a percentage bifurcation, we try to use two different visuals or like two different types of visuals. One is the 100 percentage, the stacked bar or a column chart. Fair. So you get a bars like this of all 100 percentage, and for that individual bars, how much category of information the specific legend occupies, like whatever legends we are trying to take with that legend, how much percentage of information that condition occupies. We'll try to see with this a stacked bar or a column chart with this 100 percentage representation, right? Now, this is mostly for individual level performance, right? At an individual level, if you want to check any performance, we usually go with these charts. So if you want to go with the overall percentage bifurcation, we always use a pie chart or a donut chart, right? It's a circular representation. The reason being it is 100 percentage because there is no official X and Y axis here. For a pie chart, or it could be a donut chart also, there is no official X and Y axis. It is just a simple 360-degree representation. So if it is all full 360-degree, it would be overall 100 percentage, right? We always assume overall has 100 percentage. So if you want an aggregated percentage of information, we always try to go with this, a donut or a pie chart. And we have seen some formatting options, like how do we format any specific information? How do we identify like what title it should be, what should be subtitle, what should be a background of it. So some modifications, some cosmetic changes. We usually call these as cosmetic changes. We have explored that cosmetic changes. Now, let me open the Power BI and let's start with the easiest one. So whenever we start with any specific reporting, though the most important thing is we need to identify that where do we use each visual, like whatever visuals we are trying to understand, that specific visual, where do we officially use it? Along with that, in which particular page you are trying to identify that this should be a good fit of a visual. So the first thing is whenever you take any new page, right? As you can format any specific visual, you can also work on formatting of a page. What is formatting of a page, right? Formatting of a visual is okay, we can format, we can do some colors, some contrast of information, but what is formatting of a page? See, page in the sense there is no visual, like it can take a visual as well, but if there is no visual, right, it is very good to format at that instance. Like when there is no visual, we can easily format that page first. So how do you format? If you click on this space, now there is no visual here. In the visualization tab, if you go to this second option, like formatting of a visual is the second option, right? The middle option. When you select a visual, you will get three options. You will get three when you particularly select. But when you click on the white space or on that particular page, you will only get two options. Format, like build your visual, and format your report. What is format your report? Like report in the sense this is a page. You can change the size of a page. You can add a color to it. You can add a wallpaper, a background to it. You can do all the transformations or the cosmetic changes. Formatting of a page can be done here. And see, if I just go to the first option, page information is what should be the name of a page. Either you can rename it from here. See, you have an option to rename, or either you can rename it from here. It is one and the same. Both are one and the same. Now, there is an option called as canvas settings. This is where you can identify the size of the page. By default, page takes 16:9 ratio. What is that 16:9? It has a specific height of 720 pixel and a width of 1280. So width is left to right, height is top to bottom. Height is 720 pixel, width is quite big, right? It is as compared to height, the width is big. So that being the reason, width is 1280. Now, how can I make a change of size? Because this is grayed out, right? This is fixed. There is an option, right? You can click on a drop down. So you can change your the ratio, right? It is 4:3. See, the page size has compressed. Height is 720, width is 960. By default, it was 1280. Now it is 960. You can change it to letter. Letter is still compressed. Height is more. Width is again less than height. So you have options, or you can use the last option called as custom. Custom means, again, what I'll do, I'll go to 16:9, and again, I'll come down to custom. You can customize your own height and width of a page. It is not that whenever you are working on any report, the page size is 720 by 1280 only, right? Sometimes you may have some more visuals. You want to show more information, right? If you want to show more information, width should be increased or height should be increased. So you can customize the size of your page if you're not satisfied with this 16:9. By default, this would be the size. But if you want a more size, you can always go with the custom option. You can increase. Now height is 720. Let's increase it to 820. See, it is getting compressed, but officially the size of the height, like the size of the page is getting increased. You can make it to 820. You can make it to whatever pixel you want. Let's keep it to 720. I want to increase the width. Width should be 1500. See, officially width has increased. Now, how do you identify the width has increased is if you keep it to 1280, see the zoom window. Power BI always, any reporting tool, it's not only Power BI, any reporting tool comes with a zoom option. You have a zoom option here. You can increase or decrease the size of the page, right? Or you can use your scroller, mouse scroller. See, you can increase or decrease. Now, if you are increasing or decreasing, it is not changing the width and height. It is getting only zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out. But officially, if you change the width, what I'll do, I'll keep it to page. And if I officially change from 1280 to 1500, you see, automatically it is zooming out as if it is increasing the size of the page. So these are very common options. Like whenever you work on any report, right, the first thing you have to identify is whether size of the page would be the perfect fit. You can increase or decrease the size in between also. While development also you can do that, right? So canvas settings has an option where you can increase and decrease the size of the page. This is one of the best option which you will get. Now there are other options also. Like you can add a wallpaper. You can add a canvas background, like you can add a background to this complete page as well. So let me add a gray color background. Now you'll have a question, how come the background is not visible? See, whenever you add a background, you can reduce the transparency. Now you see some gray color is getting higher. Transparency means if you keep 100% transparent, the color itself will be grayed out. Like it would not be available. But if you make it to 0, the original color will come into picture. So this is for a page rather than on a visual. At a page level also, you can change a background or a wallpaper. Now, what is wallpaper and background? Both are same. They have given both the options. Almost both are same. You can take this also. What I'll do, I'll keep it to white again and I'll go to wallpaper. Use this. See, wallpaper is not affecting the white space. It is giving you the borders. The border elements it is changing. So minute difference, but end of the day, both are related to background only. Some borders, some background only. Fair? So we can add an image as well. Like if you have any particular image, you can add that image in the background. Now, what is the benefit of adding an image, right? Let's assume that you are working on a specific report. Maybe that client is a Flipkart. Client is Flipkart. Fair. So if client is Flipkart, you can add a Flipkart logo in the background, right? You can always add a Flipkart logo in the background. So let me see if I can add that. Just a moment. So I'm trying to download an image. Fair. So let me browse. I would go to, I have this image. Now, if you see, there is an image added in the background. Now, that image is not visible. The reason being, see, image would only be visible if you add some visual to this page. Without adding any visual, these are just an icons. It is trying to say that you drag some information. So I've added it as a canvas background. I can increase the size. I can fill the size. I can reduce the transparency. I can make it bit transparent, right? So you can do all the options which are available. Now, when I add any particular visual to this page, probably I'll end up adding a column chart. Now you can see a background of that page is with that Flipkart icon. So if you're working for any specific client, you can add the icon of that client, right? If at all there is a requirement. So this would make the like reporting or visual perspective more interactive, right? So a formatting of a page is also one of the best option which is available here for any report tool. That is not, this is for all the tools, not only Power BI. Fair. So a formatting of a page, you have these options. Now there are few options. Filter pane. You can, there is a filter option, right? Filter panel also available. Now in today's session, we'll try to understand what is the use of this filter panel. Like what is the benefit of this filter panel? We'll try to understand. Okay. Now you can do formatting of this filter panel. Like you can add a color, you can add a background, which is not very important because this filter panel is only until development is in progress. Once you publish, this filter panel is mostly hidden in most of the cases. Now, let's try to go with some new visuals and we will also understand what is the benefit of filters. In Power BI, what is the benefit of filters? So I've taken, let's start with something new visual, right? A kind of new visual today. So I'll be starting with a line chart. Line chart is like in a reporting tool, if you consider, line chart is one of the most widely used visual, which will give you a representation of trend. Trend in the sense how the information trend is changing. The best example is if a company is trying to check their total revenue since last 10 years, what is the trend of revenue? Trend in the sense, if you have last 5 years of information like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in maybe company started on this particular interval, sales got increased next year, sales got increased next year, sales got a bit of decrease that next year, and again it got increase in this year. So this is a trend of information, right? How the information is flowing. With this trend, you can easily see where there is a drop and where there is a spike of that information. So line chart has that specific implication to see the trend of business. Not only trend, but usually it is used to understand where there is a high and where there is a low, immediate high, immediate spike, or immediate high or immediate low, where that we can identify, right? So that is the benefit of using a line chart, right? So when I take a line chart, same, it would also give you same x-axis, it would also give you same y-axis. But if you just explore the options, line chart is having secondary y-axis also. So it can have two y-axes, but only one x-axis, only one horizontal option, and both numerical options. How? This is your x-axis, this is your main y-axis, and in the line chart, you will get a secondary y-axis like this. This is your secondary y-axis, so that you can check trend of both the numerical information. Two numerics can be checked here, not only one. Like you want to check revenue and growth. Both are numerics, right? Sometimes a company will have a very good revenue, but the growth is less. Like in last year, revenue was 50, some number I'm trying to say. In current year, the revenue is 70. Growth is high. There is a good growth. But again, next year, after 70, the revenue went to 75. 75 is a good revenue, but officially growth is less as compared to 50 to 70. 70 to 75 is a less growth. So you can take two numerics on the y-axis, one on the primary y, one on the secondary y-axis. That's how a line chart behaves. It will have two y-axis conditions. So let me just go back. Now it has x-axis, you can see x-axis horizontal, y-axis numeric, secondary y numeric, legend, it should be some categorical field. So let's try to understand, right? What I'll do, I'll try to take this visual in the between and let me increase the size. Let me have it a big visual. So in the x-axis, it should be always a categorical information. Fair. So a categorical means I'll try to take something different now. Let me take region. Let me take region. Now, one thing what I will do is just give me a moment. I'm trying to see if I can change a date condition. Huh. What I've done, rather than region, in our sample superstore, if you go to the table view, in our sample superstore, the data set what we are using, we have two date columns also. One is a order date, one is a shipment date. So what is order date and what is shipment date? Like these are a date related columns. But by default, these two date columns are taking as a text data type. Power BI sometimes will not automatically assume some date related information. It always considers, sometimes it always considers as a text. But you want to change the data type of it. There is a quick option. Quick option in the sense you click on that date column. Whenever you click, if you are in the table view, in the ribbon bar, you will see the data type is mentioned as a text format. You can just click on the drop down and change it to the date, not date time. Time is not required for us. So I'll change it to date. But there is one limitation if you change the data type in the front end. Because this table view is also part of front end only, right? We are in the Power View only. If you only open a backend, which is your Power Query, there also you can change your data type, but that data type would be the perfect change. But if you're trying to change in the front end, it is a temporary fix. Whatever changes you do in the front end, these are all temporary fixes with related to data. You can do changes in the visuals, but with related to data, if you're changing something, these are all temporary fixes. So if I change, see, but only have a look. 4/9/2017. What is this 4/9/2017? 4th of September 2017 is the date. But when I change from text to date, See, what does it take? It is taking 9th of April 2017, which is ideally wrong. So sometimes if you change data types in your data tab from the Power View in the front end, the data types would be changed, but the information will not be correctly updated. This is one limitation. So how to overcome this limitation? There are ways to overcome. For now, what I will do, I will continue with whatever change I have made. Let it be, I'll go to the report view. And when you change your data type to the date, you can see for that column, order date and shipment date, the icons are changed because these are calendar icons. That means this is a date data type column. This is a date data type column, right? So, and for a date data type, you will get a date hierarchy. You just have to click on a drop down. You will get a date hierarchy. Let me minimize this filter. Let me get this option and let me expand this. So by default, it will give you 4 different elements of a date: day, month, quarter, and year. Like what day is it? Like today is 3rd of July. Third month is July. Quarter, second quarter or third quarter? Third quarter. Officially, when you consider January, February, March as quarter one, April, May, June as quarter two, July will start with quarter three, and year will be 2026. That's how a date hierarchy will be available. Same would be the case for a shipment date. A date hierarchy, expand this date hierarchy, day, month, quarter, and year. Fair. Now, can I take this date in the y-axis? Y-axis should be a categorical condition, right? Yes, date is also categorical. Though the date looks like 2016, 2017, it looks like a numerical information, but are we adding these numbers? No, right? We are not adding any date information. Only if you add numerical values, that should be part of y-axis. If you're adding, if you're summarizing, if you're averaging, we are not doing anything, right? We are taking these dates as if it's a categorical data only. So you can take a date condition in the x-axis of a column chart or even a line chart. If I take category and if I take sales, this is your line chart. Now, when I remove category and when I add order date, this is also a categorical information. Now you will say that this is not readable. Yes, it is not readable because you have taken a full hierarchy of a date. I don't want full hierarchy. I'll only want year. Take only year. This is your best option, right? 2016, 17, 18, and 19. So you can take date as a categorical condition only. Now, this is how a line chart looks like. Order date, that means mostly I've taken year by sales. Now, you also want to identify, having been said, this line chart has a secondary y-axis. So if you want to identify that, okay, in 2016, we had so many sales, let's go to formatting of a visual first. Let me do some basic formatting. I will add the data labels. Fair? Now, what is series labels? Series. Series means what is that? Like, what is the specific trend? It is a series of information.
Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. If you change that date into other axis, what will happen?
It will take count of date. Y-axis will be numeric, right? See,
Okay.
count of order date. You take any categorical date condition to the numerical way, it will be taking a count by default. If you only take numerical, perfect numerical value, you will get all these options, some average, minimum, maximum. But if it's not a numerical data and you're still trying to take it in y-axis, it will be count and count distinct. That's it.
Okay.
So, okay, let me again go back. Now, see, okay,
One more
yes,
doubt.
please.
Can
Uh,
we add your added dated right in Access?
uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
can I add one more column on top of the date or on below of the date? Is it possible?
Yeah, that we will come to that. You can add multiple columns that would take it as a drill up and drill down. That feature is called as drill up and drill down. There is a possibility. See, whenever you see some white space in that specific condition, that means you can add multiple conditions here. We'll come to that. It's a drill up and drill down. It's a default feature available, but it will change the view of a visual. Like you will get two different views: the default drill up view, and you will get a drill down view or aggregated drill down. Both options are available, but we'll explore now. Now, when I pushed back the order date, it is not trying to take any date hierarchy. You just have to click on drop down, change it to date hierarchy, remove day, month, quarter, let it be year only. Let's do some basic formatting and then we'll focus on the secondary y-axis, right? What I'll do, I'll go to general tab, I'll go to title, I'll keep it to total sales. And in this y-axis, one more y-axis, in the secondary y-axis, I will be adding profit. So total sales by profit, or maybe total sales by year. I'll keep it to total sales and profit by year. I will be adding secondary y-axis, that being the reason I mentioned total sales and profit by year. This is my title, right? So I would do a formatting here. I would take it as a white color. Background would be something like this. Fair, I'll make it to bold. I would take it in between. Probably this is messing up. I'll take it to Arial. This is looking perfect. The font family. Okay, so I don't need any divider subtitle for now. Let me minimize this. I'll go to effects, use some visual border, use some shadow to make it 3D like visual, or I can have a background to it also. Let me take the best background. Oh, this is, I'll make it to transparent. But if I make it to transparent, the reason being, it will show you the background of that image, the page, right? So let me have it a different shade rather. This is fine. Or maybe the least one. Is there a least one? Trying to see which color would be the most fit. Okay, let's go with this blue. Okay, now basic formatting done. Basic formatting. Let's do the others. So I'm exploring the formatting options, right? I'll go to x-axis, x-axis values, make it to 10, bold, right? Title is your year. X-axis year is your title, right? Bold. Now I'll take it to Arial. This is more readable, right? The font family. Fair. Now let me go to y-axis as well. Increase bold, title, take it to Arial, bold. Now, rather than sum of sales, I want to display total sales, right? Sum of is like it's an aggregation. Total sales is also aggregation, right? I can rename it here. Total sales. So if you're renaming, see, this renaming is only for temporary purpose. This is only for a visual. It will not go back and change it in the backend. Backend is only sales column coming from sample superstore, right? I've temporarily changed here. Fair. Total sales is fine. Now, in the y-axis, values we're considering as auto, I will keep it to thousands. Thousands is more understandable, right? Fair. This looks good. Now, let me add a zoom slider, which is not very efficient for this. Let me add grid lines. I guess I can see some, there are grid lines. Fair. I will just go, see, there are few additional options here in a line chart. There are few additional options. Let me go to data label first, and the values of data label should be bold. It should be bold and it should have some background to it. Now, can we add a background? Yes, we can add a background. Probably I will add a blue color background. And this is good. Maybe I'll keep it to 40. Okay, so now I'll make it to white. This is visible. This way it is visible. So any formatting is left out. Okay, fair. Now, see, there is an option called as marker. What is this marker? Marker means at every year, it is giving you a point. You can change your marker to square, to diamond, to a triangle, right? Let's keep it to circle. Increase the size of a circle. Fair. This is how a line chart should be perfectly aligned. You can take a different color to that marker rather than the size or same color of that line. I will try to take something different, a brown color marker. Fair. Now, if you add about border will be added, but let's not that will it's not compulsory, right? It's not required. Now, if you see, if I go to focus mode, this is how a line chart looks like. Or let's be in the normal mode only. Now you see line chart is more readable, right? It's more readable. It's easy to understand that in 2016, it was 464K. In 2017, there is a minute increase, not a very drastic increase. But from 17 to 18 and 18 to 19, there is a huge spike of sales, which is a very good for business implication, right? Which is a very good business implication. Now, for the first time, I would be adding secondary y-axis. Now, secondary y should also be numeric. It should be numeric, right? If it's a y-axis, it should be numeric, though it's a primary y or secondary y. So let me add profit. See, this is your secondary y-axis. And whenever you add a secondary y will be opened in the formatting. Let me keep it to bold. Title should be Arial bold, which is sum of profit. I will make it to total profit rather. Total profit. Fair. So this is how a line chart is looking. Now let's read the information. How an end user will understand what is this information about. See, color of both the lines are same. You can change a color. Go to format again. There is a line option. For total sales, let it be blue, but total profit, I will make it to different color. Like same blue shade is not required. Maybe I will try to take it as a violet shade. There is not a very much difference. Now this makes a good difference. Now let's understand. See, the blue color line is your sales line. But there is a brown color line that is your profit line. So you can see that how your profit and how your sales are going hand in hand. But whenever you are referring, blue should be referring left axis and brown should be referring right axis. Right is your secondary y axis. and left is your primary Y. So towards left side, it is total sales, and towards right side, it is total profit. You can refer to numerical business values with this help of line chart. So wherever there is a high sales, there is a high profit. So as and when the sales is increasing, even the profit is increasing. That is a very good implication of a business, right? Sometimes sales is high, but profit is a very steady growth of profit or very low profit. In that case, you have to focus on that particular element, right? So this is how a sales or profit, both numerical conditions, can be analyzed with the same line chart. Rather than having two different charts, we can analyze in the same line chart. And line chart, or next to line chart, there is an area chart. These, like, you can refer full second row of visuals will have all the secondary y-axis. For the second row, almost every visual will have a secondary y-axis, and these are all related to some line information. Somewhere, wherever there is a line, if it's a line, you will have both the axes, primary y and secondary y-axis. Right? So you can explore some other formatting options also. See, data labels. I just wanted to see what else is available. Single line. What is this multi-line? Leader lines. There is no much difference. See, so many formatting options are there, but most of them are not very efficient or not very visible. It should be perfectly visible, right? When I keep it to on, something has to be changed, but nothing is changing. So there are many options, but not every option is beneficial, right? You just have to explore that. Fair. So this is a line chart which will give you a trend of information. A trend of information. Now, this is by year, right? Let me change the x-axis. If I change x-axis from a date condition to something like region, now there is a drastic change, right? West region is having high sales, high profit. But if you compare central region, sales has decreased, profit is also equally decreased. Again, the east region, sales is low as compared to central, but profit is high. Whereas south region, officially sales and profit both are low. So you can use any categorical data at the x-axis to see the trend of information. Right? This is your a full line chart, which will help you to give us a trend of information.
Ritesh,
Yeah.
this two axis, secondary axis and the primary axis, right? Only will suit for the sales scenario, or if any other scenarios.
Any numerical scenario. Both should be numerics. Any numerical scenario.
So here you list out total sale versus total profit, right?
Yeah.
Likewise, any other scenarios there, can you list out
Okay.
one or
See,
two?
profit is, I'll keep profit as it is. I'll take discount. So left side is discount. See, ideally, what should be the best implication is the primary axis should be the heavier axis, primary y-axis. So if you compare discount and profit, discounts are usually not as same as profit, right? Discounts are less. You give some 2,000 discount, 3,000 discount. Profits are 10,000, 15,000, maybe 90,000, 80,000. So I can take discount and profit on both the numerical axis. But profit should be in the primary Y and discount should be in the secondary Y. Why? Because primary Y axis should be the heavier axis. It should have the highest data. If you compare profit and discount, profit is having a good data, right? As compared to discount. Discounts are very low. 500, 600, 700. That's how discount should be, right? So the lesser value, the lesser numerical value should be on the secondary Y. The more value of numeric should be on the primary y-axis. Now this is profit by discount. So wherever the profit is high, discount is 351. Overall, you have given 351, average 351 INR discount or average $351 discount in the West region. Average 414 discount you have given in the East region. But East region sales is decreasing, right? It's not as same as West. So in West region, even if you have given less discount, the sales is high or profit is high rather, not sales, profit is high. You can take any two numerical values. It's not that it should be a strict sales only. You can take any numerical value. But the primary left axis should be the heavier axis. Right side, which is your secondary Y, it should be the least one. If you are comparing sales, when I add sales, sales can be added to the secondary Y also. But sales is in millions, profit is in thousands. Sales should be in the primary Y, profit should be in the secondary Y because sales is having a bigger impact. So the numerics which has a bigger impact should be on the y-axis. That's the hard and fast rule. Secondary Y should be the lesser as compared to the primary Y. Yeah, any other questions? Now I'll try to take filters. What are filters? Let's understand that. But before that, any questions here?
Hello, sir. Actually, can we add the image on the wallpaper
Yeah.
instead of canvas background? What is the difference?
Wallpaper is okay. See, people are very interested to check the other parts. The only guess is other parts in the sense sometimes border you want. Some end users are very interested to check some other information, other in the sense of border. Wallpaper is not a very big deal, right? It's just that canvas background is your white space. If you add wallpaper, wallpaper means what? See, officially it is changing the background, but the border of that background is the darker color. Between that, it is taking a lighter shade. But if I change a color in the canvas background, if I change and if I make it to transparent, now there is an image, that is the reason it is not coming. But when I remove this image, borders will be white only. Only the between color will be color what you have taken. Very minute difference. It's not a very big deal. Usually background is best as compared to wallpaper. Wallpaper is mostly the bordering area.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Fair. Any questions on this line chart visual? Now you will, like, maybe, I'm not sure how many of you have seen, there is a legend also. There is a legend also, right? Can we take a legend? I'll take region. Anyways, region is available in the x-axis. I'll take segment. See, when I drag a column, why is it not getting fit into that legend? Why is it not taking it? Legend is not taking it. So a line chart can take only three conditions at a time. X-axis, y-axis, secondary y-axis. Or x-axis, y-axis, legend. If there is no secondary y, assume that I'll not take total profit. Only region by sales. Now, if I take a segment, legend will work. Only three conditions at a time it can assume or take. X, Y, legend, X, Y, secondary Y. If you're taking secondary Y, you cannot take segment. If you're taking segment, you cannot take legend. And if you're taking legend, now you cannot take secondary Y. See? When I drag profit, it will not be fit into the secondary way. It will not even assume because a line chart can take three conditions at a time only, not more than three. X and Y are compulsory, but apart from that, secondary Y or legend are optional. Either you go with secondary Y or either you go with legend option. Now the reason why it cannot take, you can easily see, right? Legend is already partitioning the data. If you take secondary Y, for sales, there are three different segments. One is a consumer segment, one is a corporate segment, and one is a home office segment. If I add secondary Y as profit, what three more lines will be added for profit by the legend partition. So 6 lines will come in one single view. Very difficult to read, right? That is the reason secondary y-axis will not work if you take a legend, or secondary y-axis will be only available, but if you cannot take a legend there. So that implication it has. Now, what are filters? There is a filter panel, right? What is this filter panel? And whenever you add any data to that visual, that column, columns are automatically available in this filter on the visual option. Filter panel is a hard-coded condition where you can filter your data. Filter panel is a hard-coded condition where you can filter your data. If you want to filter some data, you can filter your data there. What is that hard-coded? Before that, there are three types of filters. There are three types of filters. What are that three types? One is visual level filter, which only works on that particular visual. One is a page level filter. Like you apply a page level filter if you are having 2-3 visuals on that page. All the page, like all the like visuals on that page will automatically change depending on the filters, because it is a page level filter. And one is a report level filter. What is report level? If you apply a filter on report level, all the pages in that report will be automatically filtered with that condition, which is a report level filter. So visual level only on that visual, page level all the visuals in a one page, and report level will be all the visuals on all the pages of that report. Visual level, page level, report level, three different filters. Remember, this is also an interview question, not for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years experience, but usually for people with 2-3 years of experience or 1 year of experience. This is a very common question. What type of filters are available? I'll just go back. Now, see, when I click on the white space, you only see two filters. Filter on this page and filter on all the pages. All the pages means filter on the report, full report. Report means all the pages, right? But when I click on a visual, you will see three options. Filter on visual, filter on this page, and filter on all the pages. So three options would be visible here when you only click on a visual, because visual will have visual level also. But if you click on white space, it could be on a page level or it could be on all the pages. Fair? So let me go to first, when I click on a visual, filter on this visual. And whatever column you are dragging here, like for a visual, like x-axis, y-axis, that all columns are automatically available here. So what is filter? If I go to region, in the filter option, you will get three sub-elements: advanced filtering, basic filtering, top end filtering. Let's only understand basic today. For today, right? We are focusing on what are filters first. After that, we will try to see what are types available under that. Types in the sense advanced, basic, top end. If you take date, it will be relative date between multiple things will come. Now, what is basic filtering? See, if it is taking advanced, right, go to basic. Filtering means, see, now I have West region, Central, East, and South. I don't want to show South in the visual itself. So click on select all. Everything will be by default selected. Remove South. South is not available in that visual. You see, only West, Central, and East are available. South has been officially removed. So this is what a filtering condition does. Now you will have a question that anyone can do, right? Filters are mostly available for developers only, mostly, because whatever filters you are applying, you can hide that filter and you can publish it to the service. This filter will not be visible to the end user. A person who is trying to view this report, it would not be visible to him because you are hiding it. When you hide it in the desktop, it will not be hidden here because it should be visible. But if you hide and publish there in the published version, it would not be visible. So filters are static, right? These are not dynamic. Static means what? If you're removing south, south will be officially removed from that visual. This is like filter on a visual, right? Visual level filters. Yeah, I can apply filter on segment also. I don't want home office. Sorry, I only want, see, I don't want home office, consumer and corporate. You can see only consumer and corporate. But this is filter on a visual. If you apply filter on a page, let me go to page number 1. Now, filter on the page. But how can I apply if there is no column, right? See, when I click on a visual, you are getting the columns because you are adding that columns to the visual. If you are not getting any columns on the page or all the pages, you can drag a column. Right? So I have a category here and I have region. Let me drag region column to the filter on this page. You have to just drag it. Now you will get that column. If I apply any filter here, I want to remove south. See, south is officially removed in both the visuals. Why? Because I have applied filter on a page. Both the visuals are on the same page, right? So if there are 2, 5, 10, 20, how many visuals are available on that particular page? All that visuals will be automatically filtered if you're using filter on the page. This is filter on a page. There is no difference between a visual and page. Filters will work as it is, but if you only apply on a visual, it will be on a visual. If you apply on a page, it will be all the visuals on that particular page. There is no south in both the visuals. In the page itself, the south region is filtered out.
Hi Ritesh.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, please. You're
Yeah,
audible.
actually, I rejoined because of the internet issue. Could you please show me the first line chart? I missed something. I have one doubt on that.
First line chart.
Like
Okay.
the we were
Filter or a line chart?
the y-axis, like we mentioned, the profit and the,
Okay.
actually, I guess you changed that because as a viewer, what I see at that point of time in 2019, the sales was is equal to profit when I read the chart. So if you can make that, but there was only two lines, right? The first one is,
Hmm.
I guess you applied the filter on the page three. Can you please go?
Are you talking about line chart or are you talking about filter?
The line chart when we
There
drag.
is nothing in the
Uh,
page 3.
I thought that you have changed because I rejoined. Might be you have changed the format
You rejoined
because
for a few minutes only, right? That means you
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
missed the line chart. You have only missed the filters. It's not related to line chart.
No,
There are
actually,
three types
when
of
you
filters: visual level, page level, report level. If you apply filtering on visual, it will be only on that particular visual. Other visuals will be as it is. If you apply on a page, all the visuals on that page will have that filtering condition auto applied. But if you apply on a report, which is on all the pages, it will be on all the pages. That is about filter conditions.
Okay.
Now, when I applied a filter on a visual, here I'll go to region. If I remove south, west, central, east, this is only on this visual. Like if I try to take one more visual here, let me try to take one more visual. So what I'll do, I'll go to the space because there is no space here. I will go to canvas settings. I'll go to custom. I'll increase the width. I'll keep it to 1480. You see width has increased. I will try to take some other visual. Maybe I will try to take a column chart, right? And in this column chart, I will randomly drag some data, probably sales, probably category. And I will add a legend as region. But if you see, here there are 4 regions, central, east, south, and west. But if you see here, west, central, and east, there is no south because you are applying filter on only this visual, the line chart. You're not applying on a page. But when I apply filter on a page, when I see filter on a page will not have any condition. It will be blank because filter on a visual means it will trying to take the columns which you are already added to X, Y, secondary Y. That is the reason you are able to get that column available. But filter on the page means if it is blank, drag that column. Right? I'll drag the region column and I will remove south. Automatically, it will be removed in all the visuals on that page. That is filter on a page. Now, the last option is filter on all the pages. So let me drag region to filter on all the pages. And if I apply filter, I should only see central and east, no south and no west. Automatically, this filter will be applied on page 1 also. Page 2 also. See, there is central and east only. There is no south and west. This page also, there is no central and east. There is no south and west. Even in this page also, because see, earlier it was 3.85 million, but when I filtered it out, only central and east region sales is displayed. And if I go to page number 4 as well, same central and east are there. There is no south and west because you have officially filtered on all the pages of that report. So if you want to apply a common filter across all the pages, use filter on all the pages, which is nothing but filter on a report.
Is there any possible to conflict the filters?
What is conflict?
Uh, I mean, what are the priority it's giving visual, same
There
like
is nothing priority
first?
as such. There is nothing priority. If you want to apply a common filter across the pages, that should be on all the pages. If you want to apply a filter only on that particular page, on all the visuals of that page, it should be filter on a page. But if you only want to have a filter on a visual, that is filter on a visual. There is no priority. At every point, there is no priority. It is just that, okay, you want to apply that hard-coded condition on all the visuals of that page, filter on a page. On all the visuals of a report, filter on all the pages. Or only on a visual, only on that visual you can have. Any questions on this filters? Now, something similar to filter, there is a visual available, but filter is not a visual. Filter is a hard-coded condition. It is a hard-coded condition. It is not a visual. There is a visual which looks similar to filter. I'll name it also. It's a slicer. But slicer has a different behavior than filter. Though both of them look similar, but there is a difference between both of them. Now, I'll take 5 more minutes. Let me remove all the conditions. Fair. For every visual, if you hover your mouse, you will get some 3 icons above. Like one is focus mode, one is filter. Like whatever filters are applied, you can see from this icon. There is a filter north south. Let me remove that also, right? Now there is this 3 options, 3 dots, which are more options. What are these options? See how flexible the Power BI here is. If you want to export only this visual data, the data which you have taken in this visual, you want to export that. Click on export. It will be exported as a CSV file. So let me open this. Only the data which you have been using in this visual, that will be exported in the table format. You see? Region, sum of sales, sum of profit. That is export data option. Now, if you want to show, like if you want to see the same data in the Power BI itself, show as a table. Is it permanently shifting to table? No, it's just a temporary view. You can go back to the report again. Now, what is the benefit of this is? Benefit is if you want to see whatever visual, okay, is it correct? Like I just wanted to see a tabular representation. See, from a table format, it is very good to understand, right? What is right, what is wrong. Now here line chart looks very easy. But if I just go back to this clustered chart, oh, this is very confusing, right? What is this? Let me try to take it as a table view. Here it is very easy to understand. These are categories, these are regions, and by each region, whatever category sales are there, I'm trying to display that. So a table view is very easy, and this table view is available for end user also. Once you publish this report, even they can click on more options and they can see the table view of a report or that visual report, in the sense that visual. Right? So more options has many implications. If you want to have this data in the export format, export that data. Remove means remove that visual. Spotlight. What is spotlight? It will highlight this visual only. Other visuals will be in the background, will be grayed out. Now you will have a question, how do I get that back? Just click on the white space, the other visuals will come back again. Spotlight, you are working, maybe this is a page where there are 5-6 visuals. You only want to focus on one visual. Go to that. Either you can make it to focus mode. It will be in the zoomed option, or you can spotlight that. Other visuals will gray out. That is just a spotlighting. I can spotlight this now. The other will gray out. Fair? Now, the most important option of this more section is your sorting. It is your sort condition. You can sort an axis, you can sort a legend. Sort of information means, let's start with the easiest one, right? I'll go to focus mode. I will go to more options. I will sort the axis. Axis means, now this is a bar chart. I will sort the x-axis. X is a numerical value. Right? By default, it is sorting descending. That means office supplies is the highest, which is coming first. Second highest is technology, which is coming second in terms of sales. And third highest is furniture, which is coming last. So it is in the descending order by default. If I make ascending, furniture will go above, office supplies will come down. You are sorting the y-axis, which is your sales, by ascending. If you want to sort it by category, it will be alphabetically sorted. Alphabetically, F will come first, after that O, after that T. It is alphabetically sorting ascending. I want to alphabetically sort descending. T will come first, office supplies will anyways be in between, and then furniture. This is sorting condition. Sort by either x-axis, sort by either y-axis. Sorting by x-axis is not that efficient, because what will you do with the sorting by alphabets, right? Sorting by numerical value is more implied. They have given option, but sorting by numerics is a good option. Either by high to low, which is a common option, or otherwise is low to high. Now, if I apply the same condition on a clustered chart, I'll go to sort. Sort by sum of sales. This is by default descending. See, it will not sort each and every bar. It will sort a group. Office supplies as a group has the highest sales, right? That is the reason. Now you will have a question, can I sort these 4 bars also? No, it is not possible. It will not sort that inner bars. Or if I go to sort by legend, it will sort alphabetically, not on the numeric values. But if you sort by legend, like I will sort it by ascending, which is by default ascending, it seems, right? C, E, S, W. I will sort it by descending. Now there is a change. But if you sort it by descending, it is alphabetically, right? Alphabetically, W will come last, but it is descending. W, S, E, and C. So in a legend, you cannot sort it by numerics because you have taken a categorical data. It will sort by category. Category means it will sort by that particular categorical value. Right? So this is how sorting works. So you can either sort by numeric, either sort by category. Category is not a good sort. Numeric is the best sort. I'll just go back here, more options, sort axis. See, there is no legend now. You can sort it by axis. Axis will be what? Either by sales, either by profit. Sales, by default, it is descending. Highest sales is coming. Maybe I want to sort it by profit. Highest profit will come first and lowest profit will come last. So sorting options are available either on category or numeric. Good to have a numeric rather than category. Now there are a few more options. These are new updates to the Power BI. These two options are recent updates. Recent in the sense last 3 months only. Not even 3. I guess the below one is last 1 month update. Probably April, May update. And this new visual calculation is an April update. What are these two options? We will explore in further sessions because these two are quite different. Like you want to check multiple combinations, that's where we use calculations. We are yet to reach a point where we need to understand calculation, right? Fair. So what we explored today, we explored about line chart. We explored about secondary y-axis. What is the benefit of it? We explored about what are filters and its basic types, visual, page, and all the pages or a report, right? And we have seen formatting of a page. How do we add a context like a color or image? Also, we explored about the conditions in the more options. Either you show it as a table, spotlight, export that table, and sorting of information. Now, if anyone is very eager to explore the next chart, in the line chart, next to that, there is an area chart. See, there is a minute difference between a line and area. You yourself can easily understand that if I change it to area chart, it is just covering that below line chart area with the same color. It is coloring that. It is filling that line below area with that color. And see, area chart is developed on top of line chart. How? If I go to line chart formatting, in the line chart formatting, there is an option called as shade area. If I on this, automatically that line chart will become an area chart. It is one and the same. They have purposefully kept this area chart next to line chart. It is the same line chart, but it is just covering the area below that line, which is your area chart. Now, where to use area chart? That we will discuss in the next session. Line chart, we have seen a trend. Even area chart is a trend. But where do we use it? There is a limited usability here, but we can understand it with certain examples.
Hi Ritesh, does that end user can see that three dots and export the data and also see other options?
What other options? Or I just missed that.
I mean, whatever option you can see, does that end user can see all that or any specific?
Yeah. These options, yes. These options are available for all the end users.
Okay.
You can hide them also. If you go to general tab, if you go to header icon, these are all called as header icons. You can hide them in the header icon also. More options. See, for a end user, for a developer, it is still visible. But if you off this and if you publish it to service, more options will be hidden. So you have an option to hide the icons if you don't want. If you don't want, only in that case.
Okay, so that end user cannot see that export also cannot export.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Fair. I would be just sharing you a link if anyone is interested. Just updated it. Oh, I guess it's already shared, but I've reshared it again. So in the common chat, there is that Microsoft form shared. You can just go back and mention the details. Fair. Any other questions with respect to visuals first? Let's clarify that part.
So Ritesh, when I'm exporting this chart, so it is downloading in table form, but it is possible to download in chart.
No,
Okay.
there is no possibility, but you can export it in the PDF format. You can export this visual in the PDF format.
Okay, PDF form.
You cannot only, but PDF is for all the pages, not one page. For only one page, it will not work. It will work on all. It will capture every visual, all the pages you can export, and whichever you want, you can pick up after that. You can remove the unnecessary conditions.
Hi, Ritesh.
Yes.
Today is my first day. I
Yes.
just want to know that I just opened my Power BI, but then there is a slightly change in my UI. So if you can check
Correct. Okay.
that, so that it will help me to navigate the options which you will teach us.
Visualization is in the above ribbon bar. Is it correct?
No, I mean because the
It
last
is
week I
okay. Okay.
updated my Power BI, so that's why.
That's fine. That's fine. See, whenever you are updating any Power BI, your user interface will change. So change means some minute changes are there. What happens? Sometimes this visualization window will go above in the ribbon bar. I would always suggest you that the three panels which I have expanded now, data, visualization, and filters, should be always towards right of your user interface when you open Power BI. If you feel if it is changing, there is an option. We will see that option how to come back to the default set. Now, can you, okay, before, let me stop sharing. Can you share your screen if it's possible? Let's see.
Yes, yes. Is it visible?
Yes.
So I guess the panel which you uh, taught us today about this format, the page format. So you
Mhm.
have same in the.
Build format. Okay. This is not a very big change. That's fine. That's fine. See what happens. Let it be as it is. Let it be. But if you see that visualization is also available in the above ribbon bar.
Which
Above.
one? Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So there is
Because
a
you have that
implication.
visuals and there is also two options which you
Correct.
have in
Correct.
the same place.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. This is the latest updated representation. If you're using older legacy, it doesn't mean that it is not a good, no, it is a good fit only. Here, it will slightly confuse you. Why? Because you have visuals below also, towards right also, in the above ribbon also. So there are options to reverse it back. That options would be available from the file section. Go to file section. Go to options and settings.
Option.
Options. It will open a new window.
Okay, my Power BI is really slow. I guess that's why.
Maybe you are opening few other applications. That could be one reason.
Yeah.
Now here in this you have two options. Go to preview features. You have a preview feature here. Below
Yeah. Yeah.
preview, right? And in that preview feature, new format pane. Is there any new format pane? You will get a new format pane.
New data breaks. New.
No. I'm just trying to see. Okay. Uncheck that on object interaction for now. Uncheck.
Okay.
New format pane is not here. Uncheck that. Remove that. Yeah. Click on OK. Okay. Okay. This
I have
window
to
should
restart
pop. You
this.
can close this. You can
Yeah.
save and close. If you want, you can save and close. Control S.
I did that.
Yeah. So you can, it will take some time to save. Close it and reopen it.
Okay, before that, because it will slightly take some time to open my
Okay.
Power BI, I just want to ask you the previous questions which are missed. It was not
Uh-huh.
about the page format. So
Uh-huh.
suppose like at the first when you started teaching us the line chart, right? So on the
Okay.
x-axis you took, I guess I believe that you took
Date.
date, right?
Right. Right.
In the y-axis you take sales, and the second axis you took
Profit.
let's say profit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the year of 2019, so
Uh-huh.
the profit and the sales both the numbers match at that certain point,
No,
like
no, no.
you
They are
mentioned
not
mark,
matching.
like
They are
so if
not
you can.
matching.
Mhm. Because
What
as a
happens?
viewer, as a client, what I read
I
as
got
a,
that.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's correct. Like you have viewed it that way.
Mhm.
By that time, if
Can
you
you please
close and
recreate that?
let me share my screen again.
I'll stop it. So if you
Yeah.
can teach us that how to read the graph as well, it will help me
Let
also.
me just give me a moment. Is it okay? It hasn't replaced. Just a moment. It hasn't replaced. The question was, if I take the order date and
Actually, today is my first day, so that's why I got confused.
see,
See that point,
again, you have to
120.
understand you are reading sales from the left side and you are reading profit from the right side. If you hover on that dot, a tooltip will be visible. Tooltip is corresponding 98 for profit from the right side and 100 like 1000 to 83,000 like 1283K for the sales from the left side axis. You are reading sales from right side, sales from left side, profit from right side. If you are getting confused, take a different color line. Again, I will go to profit. Profit will be brown color. And maybe I will try to take sales as some another color. Maybe yellow color. Now it's easy to read. That yellow should be always. Now, if you have taken yellow, right, go to your y-axis, go to your values, take that same yellow color here, right? Take that same yellow color here. And if you are using a brown color shade in the secondary Y, go to secondary Y. If at all that is very confusing, take it to brown color here. Take it to brown color here. Now you can easily differentiate. Yellow is corresponding left side, brown is corresponding right side. And when you hover on that point also, we have added a marker, right? If you hover on that pointer, officially both are not overlapping. You may feel that overlapping is there, but both of them are corresponding different axes. One towards left, one towards right.
Understood. But if the tooltip is disabled, then it
The
might be
tooltip is always
problem
enabled.
to.
In
Okay.
such cases, tooltip is always enabled.
Okay.
Tooltip, if you're disabling tooltip, it should be very limited cause. And that too only for few visuals. For this visual overlapping is there, that means you have to have a tooltip. There should be a tooltip.
Mhm.
Fair. Have you restarted your Power BI?
Yes, but it will take time. So
Yeah, you take your time anyways.
yeah.
Any
Tomorrow
other?
yeah.
Yes, please. This is what is all about this course. If anyone, let me show you that option also. See, all the 4 or 5 recordings, if you want to explore, you just have to go to the website, log in. Maybe if you're new, you can create an account. If already something interesting, number of devices exceeded, which is not the case. Just a moment. Let me unblock it. Just give me a second. By that time, if you still have any questions.
Ritesh, does Power BI support predictive analysis? Hello.
Yes, it can. There is no direct
Okay.
option, but we can do it using some DAX conditions. Like it is the same for
That's
other
nice.
reporting tools also. We can do
Okay.
predictive analysis there also.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, please. Any other questions? By that time it is getting unblocked. And Arshad, like, have you, once you restart, let me know if it is that user interface has changed or not.
No, for me, I have not done anything. I think it was some other person in the other participant who had the issue.
No.
I just restarted it just a moment.
Oh, was it Shubham? My bad. Okay, no worries. Okay. Just a moment.
Hey, hi Ritesh.
Hi.
Hi Sachin this side. This is my second class.
Okay.
So yesterday I was not able to. I have some queries like related to my experience. Is that this good time to ask you?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes. So I have 4+ years of experience, and in the current organization, I have worked means like four dashboards creation. I have worked some amount of time in Power Apps also. So it depends, means according to the projects come in Power Apps. I work on Power Apps, and for last 2.5 years, I'm working on Power BI. But in between, some Excel work is also there. So it's not like once you start with Power BI, you are continuously working for 2.5 years on the Power BI. So I have some amount of exposure to Power BI service as well. So miss how means, but whatever I have learned in Power BI is like uh, uh, when I implementing something, I go on YouTube, learn something, then I implement it. It's not like I have taken a course like from basic to advanced. Okay. So how this course will be beneficial for me? Like I have little knowledge of everything.
Okay.
Yes. So this is my this
Now,
how I can go ahead with this course and all. How it will be beneficial for me.
So see, this would cover a full Power BI setup, like including a Fabric post or Power BI. We would go through Fabric and Azure. From the analyst perspective, we would cover most of the functionalities in Fabric also. Now, see, Power BI is this drag and drop. You can easily learn from YouTube, to be frank. Everywhere on YouTube, you will get this.
Yes.
The only thing is, what should be used where, that is very limited available. That's not available, rather, you can say. Or there are few new functionalities, new updates, and some advanced features of Power BI which are not directly available anywhere. You have to just read it, or maybe you have to just get it by some practice. That also will be part of this. Now, apart from it, like having been said, Power BI with Azure we would be covering for heavy data streaming, like bulk data load, bulk data changes. That is an additional option which you will not get in either outside of Power BI, like which is very limited. That also is a part of this course. That are the only things which are implicable. SQL we already completed, but for like people joining with Power BI, they would be given options to attend SQL sessions with the other batches parallelly, or the same batch SQL recordings would be given. If you are not satisfied with both the options, once we complete Power BI and Azure, we would be starting with SQL again. There you will be automatically added. So you will get a Power BI service license, one thing. For 60 days, it would be available. So you can use that license to activate your service, and you can explore the Power BI service functionalities along with Fabric. So that is one benefit. And apart from this, additional domain sessions would be there in between. Agile sessions would be there in between. Some interview preparation, some questions, that all would be shared. That is a part of this course.
So, in this course, do we have end-to-end projects like
Yeah,
use cases?
it is a part of it. It would be part.
Oh, okay.
For SQL, we cannot have a project. The reason being, we will be giving you data sets and practice questions.
Yeah.
For Power BI, there would be a project. for Power BI and Azure combined together, there would be a project.
Okay, means there will be a couple of projects or only one project?
Couple of.
Because means like I told before, means
Mhm.
my work is as per the client requirement, but
Right.
means I want to showcase something that I have worked in different domains also as my experience, like when I go for a switch. So that's why I'm looking for different domain projects, so that I can get a hint of it. Means like, okay, these things work in this finance domain or insurance domain. Right now, I'm working in supply chain domain.
Okay.
So I want to add a diversity in my profile. That is what I'm looking for from this course.
High level domain knowledge would be, for sure, it would be shared.
Okay.
See, I'll give you one more thing. Something similar to these images, like how you practice also, this is also particularly said. This is for Git, how to set up Git, how to create that. All these information is shared. Let me show you one additional info. See, we had a project called as Dubai Telecom, like how to filter, how to create that. We also document that. We have a data set, we have a questions on what is ADF, what are types, what are elements of it. We capture most of the things and we'll try to share it with you so that, okay, at the time of interview, you will not be in a hurry or you will not be in a state that, okay, you need to check so and so things, many things, right? That part you would be like out of it. You can easily refer these sheets. We will be all sharing these sheets. Like as and when we cover each and every topic, we will be sharing these elements with you.
Okay, got it. The projects will be there, yes, 2 or 3.
Yeah, projects would be there.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ritesh. Thanks.
Fair. Now, just wanted to show you that website. You can join from this website, or either you can explore your previous session recordings. Let me log in. Go to courses. Maybe if it is already added to your bucket, the free sessions. Your previous session will be automatically added here. Now it is mentioned as not started, but it would be automatically added. You can check all the previous recordings. These are for the previous batches also, even that is added, like some SQL sessions, some SQL conditions also we are added here. But you can check all these details. Previous session recordings would be available. You can explore that way. Or if you want to continue with the paid sessions.
Ritesh, what is a full stack Power BI?
The names are different. It is end of the day Power BI. Full stack Power BI is not as same as full stack engineering, full stack developer. Full stack developer will learn Angular, React, backend, front end. Full stack Power BI is Power BI, Azure, and SQL. That's what we call it. Names, AI powered, full stack powered, end of the day is just the same. It's the Power BI where an AI is integrated. Full stack means it is combination of Power BI, SQL, and Azure services. That is full stack. So from the paid sessions, you have an option to access. You want to enroll for it. Going further, click on buy now. It would go to you, like it will give you an option and it would be further continued. Fair. So this is one option. Let me again go back. Whom to connect? If you visit our website, at the end, there is a contact. Now, this is one. We have shared you a common chat in the common chat in the Zoom itself, a form. You mention your details in the form. Someone from our team would be reaching out to you, like with your requirement. What are you looking for? And they would also suggest you when and what type of like sessions are currently going on, and you can refer or you can join. Fair. So this is one contact number. Let me share you few contacts as well. Just a moment. Let me open a notepad where I can share the other contacts as well. This is one more. So you can either reach out to any one of them. Okay, so you can reach out to either of them. There are a few more contacts, but three are more than enough. Like I'll not share more than three. Okay, so you can reach out to either of them. Someone would be able to pick up or would be able to answer at some point of time. If they are busy, they'll again call you back.
Sure.
Yeah, any other questions from anyone?
Yes, Ritesh. The UI is fixed. Is the same UI you're teaching.
Okay.
And hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Just the last one questions. What we did. I forgot that about that transformations we did in the table view where the date column was in the text format, right? And the date was 4/9 something 2019. So it was like 4th of September, right? But when we changed that to the date format, it reversed to 9th of April, right?
Right.
That's what we did.
It got changed to no, it is wrong. See, below that there was something like this. So 12 is the month, right? Between is the month. See, if you change the data types in the front end, it might take wrong implication most of the times. You have to change it in the Power Query backend. But if I change in the Power Query, it will throw error. Let me show you. And why it will throw error, we will discuss that part. If you're changing the data type in front end, the data type in the back end will not be changed. It will be the same text format only. See, order date is ABC only. It is a text format. But if I change it to date, there will be errors. There will be for sure errors. I'll add a new step. Errors. Why? Power BI engine, the Vertipack, Power BI works on the Vertipack engine. It is not able to understand what is what between month, date, what it is getting confused. So there is a way to, like, we have to break it and we have to join it. This is for Excel or CSV connections. For a SQL connection, you can change your data type in the SQL query itself. How to change that? You have to just cast it. So there are ways to do it, many ways. One of the way you can do it in Power BI itself, but more transformations in Power BI, slow will be the performance. So we have to judge that part as well.
But as when we get the data, right? Data engineer teams will always apply that constraint, right? The data
Not every
quality
time.
check. So are we
Not
getting
every
the
time.
wrong data?
Data engineering team will give you what is required. They will not check whether the data is correct or wrong. We as a data analyst, we have to go back and check. So that is the reason we are learning additionally the the Azure Data Factory, some Azure services also, right? Where we can do the streamlining of information.
And the format is CSV or Excel, then how to fix this issue on the Power Query?
Yeah, this I'll let you know, right? That's the further sessions. That's what I've said.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone?
Yeah, hi. Do you need to learn Python also to become data analyst?
Do we need to learn Python?
Yeah, is it required in the future?
Okay, Python. Okay, fair. I'll give you an option. Python is not very compulsory, but if you still want to check Python, you want to explore Python, like moreover Python, which is required for the analyst purpose, we will give you Python sessions additionally, but it would be pre-recorded sessions with a difference. Like a person who is trying to pay some 32K in a one attempt, 32 or 33K, for them, the Python pre-recorded sessions would be given around 15 sessions of Python, it seems, 14 to 15. But it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory.
Okay.
It's 5111. I missed the one, it seems. Okay. Any other questions, please?
So this, who is the tough role, like data engineering or data analyst?
Data engineering. Hands down, data engineering. Data engineering and data scientist, hands down data scientist. You have to predict it.
Because of coding.
Yeah. More the coding, better the opportunity. Opportunity in the sense, better the package. Opportunities are equal here and there. Package. If you're focusing on package, 35 plus, you need to be more into engineering. Anything 20 to 35 bracket, you could be an analyst. You are expecting 45, 50, or maybe more than that. Data scientist, a data architect. Because more the streamlining of information, more coding would come.
Okay, so suppose after completing 1 year as a data analyst, so we'll go
1
to.
year is not sufficient. I'll always say, see, I started my career 8 years back or 9 years back, you can assume, around 9 years. When I started, Power BI was a recently introduced product. 1 year, 1.5 years, it seems. At that time, how interviews used to happen, people used to ask, do you know what is Power BI? I used to explain them like this is a reporting tool. It has so tabs. Selected. Now, there are no same questions with respect to Power BI now. They are expecting advanced Power BI. It's been 9 years in this industry, and see, I use Power BI on day-to-day basis. I know engineering also. I can work on PySpark. I can work on some Python-related functionalities, Databricks, all this. The only difference is I have never ever made sure that I'll never touch Power BI. I'm still in touch with Power BI on every day. I still work on reporting. The reason being, if I completely switch to engineering, I have to be very, very core expertise with the end level Python. End level Python. And it includes Hive, Hadoop, some big data functionalities also. So if you are purely into that, then there is no requirement of Power BI. You can fully focus on that. The question is, it took me 4 or 5 years to grasp end level Python, end level. And I'm still at, you can say there are like, we assume that there are 3 levels. in basic, intermediate, and like expertise. I'm still in intermediate level. I'll never call myself as expertise in Python. In Python, I'm talking about. But from a data factory, from a Synapse, from Power BI, from SQL, I always call myself the last one, the expert one. For a Python, for a big data, I'm in an intermediate level still. So 1 year, if you're targeting 1 year, and you are not into core programming, it is not sufficient. If you're targeting, you are very core in programming, you know Python from start, like you know basics of Python, you already know how Python works, you already know how SQL works, you have some idea about the cloud concepts. For them, it will take 2 years to be a very expertise in that specific engineering field. If you want to switch from Power BI to engineering, it will take 3 years minimum, because you have to focus on elements. You have to focus on, okay, Spark, what is Spark, Spark architecture, what is Python, how Python works. Python is a data language also. Python is a, like you can do what Java does with the Python, you can do what SQL does with the Python. So Python is more versatile than any other programming language.
Okay.
So it will take some time. 1 year, if you keep a target, very good. You can keep a target. Maybe you will reach until intermediate level, but to the level of working on real-time project without any help, it may read 2 or 3 years from Power BI to Python. I'm talking. If you're already into the core Python, for you, it would be 1.5 years, because you already know most of the Python functionalities. That way we are assuming.
So what need to add course like Python, PySpark,
Python,
and
PySpark,
Databricks?
Hadoop, Databricks, Hadoop, core Databricks. Databricks is nothing but a tool. It's not a language. It's just a tool where you can do your PySpark functionalities.
Okay.
So for a core engineering, expertise in Python, expertise in big data, and expertise in Spark. All three are required, along with full cloud exposure, either full Azure, either full AWS, or either full GCP. Either means one of the cloud, not all three.
Yes.
So usually we call AWS data engineer, Azure data engineer, GCP data engineer.
Ridish, are we going to cover Snowflake and Databricks? Because recently I had given a few interviews. They started asking
Okay,
returns
I'll
for
tell you.
Snowflake and Databricks.
I'll make it very simple. Snowflake is a tool similar to SQL. You can write the scripts in Snowflake same as a SQL query. Same. You know SQL, you can clear Snowflake. But Snowflake also has background ETL to it. What is that ETL? Snowpipe. It is called a Snowpipe. They have their own ETL tool. Like we have ADF. They have their own ETL tool called as Snowpipe. You want to connect some sources, streamline that, use Snowpipe, and dump it into Snowflake. That is not part. Even Snowflake is similar to SQL. What you write in scripting in SQL is the same as Snowflake. There's no difference. So Snowflake is not that, okay, it is something different. As a data analyst, we will never work on Snowpipe. We will work on Snowflake. Snowflake, that to read data from Snowflake. Data will be dumped into Snowflake by data engineer. It's just a database. Snowflake is a database. And Databricks you are asking about. Companies expect a lot. Fair, that is valid. But if you're expecting a person of engineering background to work in analysis also, this person is a rare combination. Or our course is designed to have this combination only, but not core engineering, which is only required for a data analyst that we would be covering. So I will be helping you how a Databricks is used. I can give you some data frame functionalities also at the end. There are a few questions related to data frames, how it would work, that we would be exploring. But core Databricks, if you want to learn, you should be good in Python, you should be good in Spark. It is not a piece of cake that you can learn with Power BI simply. It is pure programming. We made sure that it is very less programming in these sessions, our Power BI sessions. So there is a difference. A core Databricks with Power BI guy, never ever you will get in the market. Either you will get 70% emphasis on Power BI, 30% on Spark functionality. He can streamline. Spark also has PySpark. Spark also has Spark SQL. Spark SQL, it's nothing but a SQL only with Spark terminologies. That we can work on.
Again,
PySpark is an engineering.
we're gonna learn Azure components and the Fabric components deeply, right? At least.
Yeah.
ADF
See, what is Fabric? I can explain you in 1 minute. But
no. I just like today is my first day, so
I
now
got
today, yeah. So I just want to know that how deeply we're gonna learn Azure components and the Fabric components. Like you said that Snowflake and database not the part, and Python also not the parts. Then what are the components we're gonna learn in depth? So that's
Data Factory, Activator, how the intelligence work, what is warehouse, what is lake house, how connections work, what are data flows. All these are part of Fabric elements. And Fabric is a combination of multiple Azure services. It is not that it is a single service used by Power. See, people assume that if you are using Fabric, Power BI developer should know each end. In Fabric, there is a data science also. How you can expect a person to be good in data science and parallelly working in Power BI?
And it's just related to the analyst, we're gonna learn in depth,
Yes.
right?
Moreover, from an analysis perspective, reporting, intelligence, business intelligence, business analyst, that we would be learning. Any other questions? Fair, it's 10. Like if you still have any questions, reach out to either of them. If they are not able to resolve, they are confident, they're pretty good enough, they know everything. If there are some technical questions, they'll always push it to me. They'll always forward it to me. Fair. So at any point of time, if you have questions, you have time to decide this weekend, right? We will have sessions from Monday again. So go back, understand, check your previous recordings. We can explore the YouTube also, KSR YouTube channel. There also you can check the previous recordings, right? And at some point of time, if you feel you want to continue, then you can reach out to either of them. Yeah, thank you. And it's 10 a.m. The reason being I'm trying to cut it off. Any questions, try to reach out to either of them. They would be able to solve that. Yep. Thank you and have a good weekend, everyone. And let's see. Yeah, let's connect.